Well, I mean, I feel like we could just go back to that Georgia special election and show exactly how Trump's revenge tour and his incessant need to relitigate a free and fair election of 2020 cost his party those Senate seats. And it's a play that's going to replay itself if he decides to announce before the midterm elections. And I think that poll that you just talked about is the exact reason why he will. He is built in a way where it is all about Donald Trump. The idea that there is any lapse in his support drives him, a narcissist, completely crazy. The fact that Ron DeSantis is rising and positioning himself to be the heir apparent while Donald Trump is not ready to step off the stage yet also drives him crazy. It's why he jokes about announcing in Ron DeSantis' front lawn. This is how he is wired. And if we've learned anything from past history, it's that if there is a bad political decision to be made, Donald Trump will make that decision because it's all about himself. This is the October surprise, if you will, that Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell don't want to see happen.
Interesting. There are some Democrats, in fact, Adrian, who may welcome this news because they see Trump as potentially an easier to beat opponent. But is that how you see it, or do you think it's even more dangerous given what we're learning about everything that happened after the 2020 election?
Yeah, Alex, I think it's still too early to tell. I mean, sure, of course, it's dangerous. I mean, Donald Trump back in the Oval Office is the greatest threat to our democracy that we've probably had in our nation's history. So that, in that sense, it's dangerous. Now, how does the January 6th committee hearings actually impact his chances of getting reelected or at least becoming the Republican nominee? I think that is still left to be seen. But you know, look, Alex, again, Donald Trump is a damaged man. He became damaged after January 6th. He's become even more damaged now. Republicans in multiple polls and focus groups have said that they're ready for somebody new. Whether that person is Ron DeSantis, whether it's somebody else, we still don't know. But I don't think this is exactly great for Trump to be jumping in the race at this point, because he really only has, once you become a candidate, Alex, you tend to go down in terms of support once you've announced, because your opponents are running ads against you. They're spending money against you. They're churning up Oppo against you. So I'm just surprised that he would get in at this point. But, you know, I guess I've learned that not a lot surprises me about Trump these days.
Well, yeah, for a lot of us, it's that. But to that point, Kurt, do you think the timing could have anything to do with the January 6th committee hearings ramping up? I mean, would a presidential campaign provide some sort of cover for Trump from the many charges of his malfeasance?
Well, it shouldn't, first of all. If the letter of the law says he violated it and the evidence is there to support it and law enforcement apparatuses believe that they have enough to charge him, then they should, regardless of what the politics of it is. That's how the law works. I do think, though, that the fact that he's had to spend weeks watching these January 6th committee hearings, and we know from reporting he's watched them all, and that because Kevin McCarthy made the politically moronic decision to withdraw from the committee and not put any members of his choosing on the committee, Trump has not had anyone out there defending him, and that has really gotten to him. And I think that has expedited his timeline in his mind. It's expedited the need for him to get out in front of the camera again, because these hearings, and we're going to see the primetime one this coming Thursday, they have been completely devastating. And the narrative that has been able to be told without interruption, without Republican usual, games and showmanship that we see at a lot of hearings, that's been put aside. It's been a unified message, and it's driving Donald Trump crazy.
Okay, Adrian and Kurt, good to see you guys. Thanks for the chat. We'll see you again soon. And coming up next,